Hey everyone, it's Sally and Ali back on the EmpowerZen Community Channel. Hello, Ali, how are you?
Hi, good, thanks, Sal. It's Valentine's Day. I'm feeling
Ooh.
really good.
Have you had any mystery cards or flowers arrive on your doorstep?
No mystery ones and no nice ones either. Pretty much nothing.
I've got the
No,
same.
that's not true. I take it back. I actually got a lottery ticket for yesterday's draw, but I don't know if I've won anything.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just put it out there. So, last episode we spoke about the 12 universal laws and the first three of them, and today we're doing laws 4, 5, and 6.
Ta-da!
Ta-da. So, what are these ones today, Ali?
So we've got Law 4, which is the law of correspondence. Law 5 is the law of action, and Law 6 is the law of cause and effect. And these laws, apart from being universal laws in their own right, they are also connected, as we'll discuss today. So nothing, happens by itself in a vacuum. Law number 1 says everything is oneness. We're all connected, and so are the laws. Let's take it away.
And they all build on each other. So you start with 1 and then that's 2 and 3. And we'll notice part of that as we're going through them today.
Yes.
Alrighty. Law number 4 is the law of correspondence, like you just mentioned. And that's about where your inner world determines what manifests in your outer world. So, getting the inside right, it's always the inside job, isn't it? So, what's going on with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings directly relates to what is happening in your life. We are both passionate about working on the inside and getting that right because it does filter outside. Much of this comes from our programming and the limiting beliefs and stories that we have been carrying since we were children. So, Wayne Dwyer's got this beautiful quote: "You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are." Do you want to speak to this, Sally?
Sure. So, as we know that if we've been programmed in a certain way, we can also unprogram ourselves. And that's what I really love about, all this quantum stuff that's happening now, which is also backed by science. So for all those cynics out there for years who were debunking this stuff as being woo-woo, you guys can now note that all of this stuff is actually backed by science. And what we're finding out, as Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, you need to know about vibration, energy, and frequency, and who we are, like how we vibrate. The energy we vibrate is the frequency we put out, and what we put out comes back to us, and that's the corresponding thing. So have a look at the emotions and the energy that you want to bring in, and match your thoughts with that, and bring that in, because this is definitely an inside job.
Absolutely. Bravo, bravo, bravo. That was awesome. Because the first step is awareness, because you can't change what you can't see, right? So once you have that awareness that it is an inside job and that your thoughts are energy, right? We've got to understand we're dealing with energy and your thoughts are energy. It's, they're setting frequencies, and it's just like your thoughts and your beliefs. What are they? Like, go inside and tap into your feelings and everything, because they're sending out a signal, like Ali said. So, what are you wanting to put out there? Do the inside work, align your thoughts, get your beliefs, clean up the backyard, get rid of all those old limiting beliefs because they're just dragging you down. So we've got some empowered strategies. Align with your inside vibration first, and the external reality will respond. So it's the signal that you're sending out to the world, to the universe, because that's what people are receiving. So, when you're putting yourself down and I'm not good enough, that's what you're sending out to the universe, and that's the signal or the letter that you're telling people. You're emailing people going, hey, I don't think I'm very good. I don't think I'm worthy. I don't think I'm valuable. I don't think I'm lovable. That's what you're going to get back. So match the emotions and energy with your empowering thoughts and beliefs. This is an EmpowerZen community. We empower you. And this is start on the inside and start looking at your thoughts and beliefs.
And I really just want to say, when you're doing that, it's not possible to go from 0 to 100. So it will happen incrementally, and just give yourself a little bit of grace, a little bit of compassion, and allow it to happen in its own time. We also talk about divine timing, right? So things will happen in their own time, and sometimes you have to go through the mud and the tangle to actually be able to experience the growth on the other side. There's a beautiful analogy of the butterfly coming out of the chrysalis. And there's a story, and I don't know whether it's real or just made up to match the metaphor, but a little boy is with his father watching a butterfly trying to break out of the chrysalis. And so he wants to help the butterfly, so he cuts the chrysalis. The butterfly then comes out and dies. And the little boy goes, what happened? I thought I was helping him to come out. And the father said, no, what needs to happen is the butterfly, is strengthening its wings when it's breaking out of the chrysalis. And as it's breaking out of the chrysalis, the struggle makes the wings stronger. So then when the butterfly comes out complete, he's able to fly because he's built up the muscles in his wings. That's just my sort of lack of science
And I love that. Yeah.
explanation. But that's the thing. We sometimes have to go to the struggle so that we can reap the rewards. And it won't necessarily happen overnight. And it won't necessarily, a lot of this stuff has taken years to build up. It doesn't have to take years to break through, but just give it a little bit of time and give yourself grace in the meantime. Be mindful of what you're putting out is what you'll get back. So start putting out little pieces of, positivity in whatever way you can. Gratitude is always a great way to start, as we say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about starting with simple, small steps. It just gets the energy in motion, right? Fantastic. All righty.
Which leads us very nicely to our next one. Talking about simple steps and motion, it's all about the law of action. So it's about taking inspired action to get the desired results. And what that really means is your action, what makes it inspired is it has to match what you want. Just to do something that has no intent is meaningless. It needs to be an action that's connected to the results you want to get. And a beautiful quote I heard today from Matthew McConaughey is the target attracts the arrow. So when you are looking at, when you are the target, you will attract the arrow.
I love it. I love it. It's like, and this is what we were just saying, just start with simple, small steps, because even small actions can open up amazing doors, large possibilities. So we've got Jen Sincero here, or Chinchero. Your desires are brought to you via your thought, and you receive them by deciding to take action. Quite like that. So as we've just said, start with simple, small steps, because change is incremental, just like Ali was saying. And choose the thoughts and beliefs that are really empowering, that empower you, because we all have a choice. We can choose positive or perceived negative thoughts and beliefs about ourselves. And this is the time to step up and empower yourself inside and out, because you are worthy, you are lovable, and you are valuable, right? So
on life. And why wait till tomorrow or next week or next week? Do it now, because you deserve.
Yeah. So choose thoughts create our meanings, which ultimately create our results. So choose the results that you desire and create the meaning that backs up those results, and align the energy, vibration, and frequency that connects with those desired results. Like feeling into what you're choosing, visualizing it, see it, feel it, hear it, just feel into that. And just that's going to match, right? Just match that frequency and vibration and energy, like Ali was saying before.
And it's very much about getting our senses involved as well, because as we talk about, our thoughts, which is the frequency that we're sort of sending out, and our vibration is our emotions and the energy, the feelings in our body. So when you're matching those with the actions that you're taking, that's what makes it inspired, and that's what will get the results. And absolutely sense the results that you're after. See them, smell them, feel them, taste them if need be, so that you can absolutely bring them to life, and then do the necessary steps, small baby steps, so you'll get there eventually. And if you want to take giant leaps, go for it. But don't set yourself up for failure. Set yourself up for success. Do what's realistic.
And just do, right? Just do, as we say, inspired action, not just doing, have a purpose behind it. All right. So that leads us into the final one for today, the law of cause and effect. So every action has a reaction. So we love this one. Almost every culture around the world has some form of you reap what you sow. We talk about karma, or what goes around comes around in its belief system. I mean, we've all grown up with those words, oh, that's just karma, right? They get what they deserve type of thing. And what you put out, you get back. So we're all connected energetically. And this comes back to the first universal law, the law of oneness. We're all united in one sort of energetic family, if you like. So yeah, whether good or bad, our thoughts and actions will be reflected back to us in some form. And this is connected to the law of vibration. What you put out, you get back, right? What what vibe are you sending out? Because that's the vibe that you'll get back. And you know it so strongly when you're in a really good mood and you go and you might catch up with a friend and they're a Debbie Downer, and then you come back and you've got their vibe and you're just, oh my God, that was really depressing. You know?
When you come into a room, especially, you know, if there's been some kind of, especially with couples who may be, you know, having an
Tension.
argument or something at
Yeah.
the moment, you walk into the room, as they say, you can cut the tension with a knife. When you feel that vibration, we might not always be aware of it in those terms, but we can definitely feel the energy and the vibration that people put out by their emotional, you know, connections either with each other, with whatever's happening in their lives. So, and all of this is about cause and effect. So if you don't like the effect you're having, have a look at the cause and change the cause, right? It's all in our power. It's up to us to choose what we want.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Ali, you should, one of our strategies is to revisit episode 1 where we speak about above and below the line, which Ali is so passionate about, and that's about reacting and responding. So above the line is the cause and below the line is the effect. So we do have the diagram in the description in the recording of episode 1. So go back and download that. Did you want to say anything more to that, Ali?
No, the only thing I want to say about that is that because there are pairs, that they're not sort of absolute pairs, but they are pretty much like two sides of the same coin. So, for example, one of them is respond versus react. And if you don't want to react, then what do I need to do? I need to respond. Another one is about action versus procrastination. So if I'm procrastinating, I just need to take action, any action, but just move and do something. So that the diagram gives you pairs. So if you're a little bit stuck on below the line and you want to get above the line, have a look at what the opposite number is and see how can I get to that.
And so just building on from that last law where we said you've got to have the awareness, and this is about ownership. The second part is about taking responsibility for your life, which is owning your shit, right? Owning your choices and being responsible. You know, I mean, none of us are perfect, and what's happened before, we'll own it, but we'll move on and just go, oh, well, won't do that again or whatever. But this is about taking responsibility for your life and getting into an awareness of aligning your thoughts and actions with the results you're seeking to obtain. Because thoughts are
one thing about responsibility, though, doesn't mean that you have to be responsible for what everybody else has done.
No.
They're responsible for their stuff.
Yeah.
You are responsible for how you respond to that. You can blame everybody else, but that's not going to move you forward. So let the responsibility for their actions live with them, but you take responsibility for what you're going to do about the current situation. And as I said before, you don't have to go from 0 to 100. You can take incremental baby steps to get there, but it's your responsibility to make the change. If you want the change, you've got to do the work.
Be the change, as they say, right? Be the change that you're looking for, because thoughts are so powerful. And one thing we love to reiterate is that you can think yourself literally into illness or wellness, and the choice is yours. So be the change that you're choosing. So take the time out to have a look at your life and examine how your intentions, thoughts, and actions have contributed to the life that you've created so far. And maybe take the opportunity to make a better choice, and then watch as those negative circumstances turn into positive ones. It's like the butterfly story, you know, we can metamorphose. What's the word?
Yeah, I don't know either. But definitely, and write down what you're wanting to call in, because something else I heard the other day, which I love, is write it to invite it. So when you can write something down, it brings it to life. And if you can actually bring some of those sensory feelings into it as well, the visual, the auditory, the sense of smell, the feelings, the emotional part of it, if you make all that part of what you're bringing into your life, it really comes alive. And then it becomes much more real. And you can then vibrate from that space as well to call it in.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just stop the share there. So that's the wrap up of the 4, 5, and 6 out of the 12 universal laws. And and they all build on each other, don't they, Ali? So
They
it's
certainly do. And next week we have 7, 8, and 9. And 7 is the law of compensation, 8 is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, and 9 is the law of relativity. So make sure you come back for that one.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us again on the EmpowerZen Community Channel. Please like, comment, subscribe and share to your friends. That would be awesome. So we look forward to catching you again on the next episode when we're going to go through some more of these laws. So see you later, Ali.
Yeah. Thanks, Bye.
Bye.